I played this one on the radio today, which can only be the original version. The words were by poet Adrian Mitchell, and it was set to music by Arlo Guthrie, who recorded it in 1976. The events where Victor Jara was murdered were 73, so I'm guessing this was Arlo's own version, must be the original. I wasn't aware of what was going on in Chile in the 70s. I was too young. My head was elsewhere. But when I came into the folky scene, everybody was singing this one, and everybody in the folk scene still knows it. But for any of my friends from out with the folky scene, this was an important song because essentially Victor Jara was a folk singer. So the folk singers took this one personally, because this could have been any of them, or any of us. Victor Jara of Chile lived like a shooting star. He fought for the people of Chile with his songs and his guitar, and his hands were gentle, his hands were strong. Victor Jara was a peasant. He worked from a few years old. He sat upon his father's plough, and he watched the earth unfold, and his hands were gentle, his hands were strong. If the neighbours had a wedding, or one of their children died, his mother sang all night for them, Victor by her side. His hands were gentle, his hands were strong. And he grew to be a fighter against the people's wrongs. He listened to their grief and joy, and he turned that into song. And his hands were gentle, his hands were strong. He campaigned for Allende, working night and day. He sang, "Take hold of your brother's hands, for the future begins today." His hands were gentle, his hands were strong. The bloody generals, they seized Chile, and they arrested Victor. Then they chained him in a stadium with 5,000 frightened men. His hands were gentle, his hands were strong. Victor stood there in that stadium. His voice was brave and strong. He sang for his fellow prisoners. Then the guards cut short his song. His hands were gentle, his hands were strong. They broke the bones in both his hands. They beat his lovely head. They tore him with electric shocks. After 2 long days of torture, they shot him dead. And his hands were gentle, and his hands were strong. Now the generals, they rule Chile, aye, and the British have their thanks. For they rule with hawker hunters, and they rule with chieftain tanks. And his hands were gentle, his hands were strong. Victor Jara of Chile, he lived like a shooting star, and he fought for the people of Chile with his songs and his guitar. His hands were gentle, and his hands were strong. His hands were gentle, his hands were strong. I don't think that last verse was written in the original by Adrian Mitchell. I think the generals rule Chile and the British have their thanks for the rule with hawker hunters and the rule with chieftain tanks. I think that's an add-on. Very much though, interestingly, in the same spirit of the Rolls Royce workers in East Kilbride, we, the Scots, putting in, I assume it was one of the Scottish singers that put that verse in. If I'm wrong on that, then apologies to whoever it was. But interesting, nevertheless, that somebody felt the need to add that wee verse just to show the continuation of the solidarity, I suppose. Anyhow, Victor Jara of Chile, Adrian Mitchell words, and Arlo Guthrie music.